About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And when I watch him play, all I think about is the word improvement. Every season in the league, he finds a way to get better and has become just as dynamic with his arm as he has with his legs. 41 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions in 2024. His big goal now, getting his team to a Super Bowl. Plenty of success during the regular season. Now they want to win at playoff time.
At the 25-yard line.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
A gain of 2. Brings up
now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Charlie Kohler.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain.
Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
Opening carry of the game for Cordell Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Down at the 25. The Bengals at 7-4 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Here's 3rd and 6. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
A 41-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early game.
The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Throwing is Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Our game tonight, the 3rd of 3 on this Thanksgiving Day. And Charles and I want to take a moment to thank the NFL for what they have done, calling today's slate of games the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration. And that's what it is. It's a celebration, really honoring the life of our namesake John Madden and his deep love of both family and football. Those being married together on this special day. And we hope you're all having a tremendous Thanksgiving wherever you're taking this action in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
At the 43-yard line.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
Now Burrow. This is Fant on the short completion. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
brings up 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. So on 4th down, Ryan Rico on the punt for the Bengals.
7 yards.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
And that'll be off off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. If points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A gain of 5 brings up
Play action. Now Jackson. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
To throw again is Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now it's Jackson. Makes the connection with his running back, Derrick Henry. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 14. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside handoff, Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Down at the 13-yard line. 1-yard gain.
From the gun, Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. 3rd down here.
Defensively.
Here's Jackson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Burrow. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now it's Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Jackson going to keep it running right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 26 yards. That's good.
A first down carry for Henry. Bust through the tackle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Jackson to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Off the option, here's Henry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. Room here to run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Henry with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And I think the ball's out. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Burrow will throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Ryan Rico now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken at the 37. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways. But right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And his throw here is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2nd and 5.
Jackson now. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, one and all. Glad to see you push through the tryptophan sleepiness. The 3rd of our triple header here on EA Sports. Here we go. Our journey through the NFL starts now. In Tampa, the Buccaneers at home to take on the Arizona Cardinals. And this is Chris Godwin. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. Chalk it up as a 67-yard touchdown. The Bucs are in a good spot here, 2/3 of the way through the season. They stand 8-4 with this victory. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans as they host the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it's the former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. Lastly, let's get down to Miami, the Dolphins taking on the New Orleans Saints. And this is Kendre Miller. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Saints lead it by a touchdown at the half. With that, we take a look at the rest of what's going on here in week number 13. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Still first down.
Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's now second down and 30.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to third.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. To throw is Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
It's a gain of 3.
Now Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
That's another Baltimore first down. A first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Down to the 42, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10, just missed that one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
And the Baltimore first down.
Henry up the middle.
carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
They go play action now. Jackson. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
Now it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down.
For the Ravens field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the lead stretches 16-3 now. So the lead extended, and I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you express yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you said, your defense is only give up 3 points. Makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. Well, now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Henry out of the pistol. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Play action. It's Jackson. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Andrews.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for Baltimore.
Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
The Ravens will line up.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. He's got it at the 2. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And out now, here come the Bengals. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
That's another Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now it's Burrow.
21-yard line.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now Burrow loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
He finds his man, it's Charlie Kohler.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Draw play, this is Henry. They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
The tackle by Logan Wilson. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 20.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And the slot man goes in motion left.
And they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
That's another Baltimore.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
11-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
2nd down in the yard.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
At their own 13. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
2nd down and 8.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Pass complete. That's Tinsley.
Burrow will throw.
And out of his hands quickly to Higgins.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down up near the 40-yard line.
And the Bengals first down.
Now it's Burrow. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Intended for
2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Alohi Gilman on the coverage.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Here's Burrow.
That one caught by Tinsley.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw here. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. And they'll lead the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Now without wide and intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
At the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Jackson, option right. Shifts by him at the 25. Down right around the 25. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Jackson now. Looking left side and he's got a man. That's Andrews. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Gain of 4 yards. That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. To throw is Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing the big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now, because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3, but they sure don't like giving up a block. They'll have something to work on as they get into practice next week.
To the left side, he gets this complete to Tinsley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Bengals first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to throw again. And he's got it. Got his man on the end rail. Complete. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now look to throw again. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21.
That's another Bengals first down.
And Burrow going to throw again. Got a man open. It's Chase. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And they're going to get him. They bring him down with a sack back at the 16-yard line.
Burrow sacked. A loss of a yard. And it's third down.
Now Burrow.
Third and long.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Wow, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Baltimore about ready to go on offense as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set. And they get the penalty.
Game, offense.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, and make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first.